would be, in addition to what has been said about law being a profession, sure it's a profession, but it's also a business. And I have, over the years and the conversations that I've had with many of the older lawyers that came along even before me, one of the big things is business. Have some type of accounting and business records. That's what you need if you're going to be out, in addition to the professional aspects of what the law is all about. Know something about some business and know something about some accounting. Keep and maintain good records.
About the Bar Association continuing, we must carry on with the Mound City Bar. And while I'm saying that, we older lawyers ought to attend the bar ourselves a little more. Young lawyers should come to the bar and to get to know each other for no other reason. I said at the beginning we had some 40 or 50 lawyers in the bar. All these men were married. Well, just happened to be married. They were kids, you know. And we had 2 or 3 times a year dinners where our wives came to the meeting and to the dinner so that our wives got to know the lawyers. And we lawyers got to know each other. We don't know each other anymore, so we can't talk about our problems. We have a general problem. And when we go to the bar meeting today, I got to go more myself. I am going to go more. We got to concentrate on our local problems. We're doing a lot of concentrating on national problems. The national bar can do that. We need to concentrate more and more on our local problems because we have them here. We talk about drugs and kids. It's the mamas and the papas who we lawyers need to talk to. When they come into our office for their business, we need to say something about the kids, if you have kids, and we can do that. So we need to have the bar, Mound City Bar going on, and we need to know each other. We need to have some who have wives and get to know each other. Although you're not married, you don't have to be married. You can still come and bring a sweetheart or come all alone to a dinner, to a banquet, for lawyers alone, so we can talk about our mutual business. We have problems as lawyers, a lot of problems. Good. And we can help you who have problems.
Yes, we have a question from the audience.
I have a comment.
Yes.
I have been a member of the Mound City Bar for longer than I wish to say. And it seems, and I've watched the lawyers of the Mound City Bar for longer than I care to admit. And it seems to me the one thing that stands out in my mind is that they were leaders. They were leaders, and they are leaders in the St. Louis community. And they had the guts and the stamina to do what needed to be done. And I'd like for Charlie to relate the time that he was reading the morning paper about the bridge closing.
Well, one morning I read the paper and saw that the police had decided to close off the bridge between East St. Louis and St. Louis at the time of the Vail Prophet Fair. And I said, Jesus, somebody has the right to travel interstate. And immediately I went down to the office and called my good friend Louis Gildy, and I said, come on over, we got to do something. He came over and we batted out a petition, and this was on a Saturday morning. We called Judge Nangle and at home. I said, Judge Nangle, we want to file something in the federal court, and there's nobody down there. Will you come down and open the court? He said, what do you want done? And we told him that we were concerned about the fact that the bridge had been closed and that the people were not being permitted to travel across the bridge. Actually, what was happening, they didn't want the blacks from East St. Louis coming over to the Vail Prophet Fair. And a lot of people like to come over, walk over the bridge, and participate in the fair, and this was being denied to them. So we did get we got Johnny Scott from East St. Louis, the NAACP, and he was the plaintiff in the case. And then we filed the injunction suit. We had a hearing that afternoon, and it was, I think, on July the 4th, which was a nice day to have a hearing on this issue. And the judge issued an injunction at 2 o'clock in the afternoon or 2:30, and by 3 o'clock, the bridge was open again and hasn't been closed down since, except for some minor repairs. But this is a type of thing that occasionally comes up, and lawyers can do that. All they have to do is use a little imagination and do a little hard work and get in there and take care of these things.
Thank you very much. And
My name is Dr. Freda Witherspoon. I founded the National Association of Bench and Bar Spouses in 1951. It was founded as the barristers' wives because at that time, women were wives of lawyers. Because today they are both. There are any number of lawyers and who are lawyers as well as wives of lawyers. But our name was changed primarily because there are men like Richard Gaines and others who are married to female lawyers. So we could not call it the barristers' wives, and we had to change the name about 2 years ago. It was my pleasure to found this organization back in 1951 because as a new bride really in St. Louis, I felt I had nothing to do that I enjoyed doing. I like organizations. I don't like to play bridge. There are many things I don't like to do, but I do like organizations. So when the wives met here in 51 for the National Bar Convention, we were in the backyard of one of the lawyers and wife, and it was my idea to organize a group called the Barristers' Wives. We originally organized to give legal scholarships. That was our original point, to give legal scholarships as well as to enhance the black lawyer in general. We felt that there are many things that we could do to enhance our husbands. We wanted to do that, give legal scholarships, and do other community work which needed to be done. I remember early we worked at the St. Louis City Juvenile Court with the children there, and we've done other things. But the primary purpose was, in general, to enhance the legal profession of black lawyers. Now, we could enhance it in a number of ways. We have done many things here in St. Louis and throughout the country, but the national group has done, you take the Los Angeles group, for example, or the Dallas group. Many of them do things that we don't do, but in general, we're all the bench and bar spouses, and we do whatever we see needs to be done in our communities. Now, let's see, I don't know what else I am to say, and maybe that's enough to say. We think we are helping. We hope that we're helping, and we will be an integral part of the convention when it meets here this summer, and we are working towards that now. We're working with the Bar Association as well as with the bench and bar spouses, and we hope that it will be successful. In fact, we know that it will be successful under the direction of our co-chairman, Frida Wheaton Bondurant, and Attorney Hemphill. It's going to be successful, and I'm just happy to be a part of it, and I'm glad that I had the foresight, really, to organize the group many, many years ago now, 40 years ago, maybe. Thank you very much. Thank you. That's all right. You can take out what you want.